everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here. And well, the newest chapter of Dead by Daylight, the Dungens and Dragons DLC, starring the killer Vecna and the bards as survivors, will be coming out on Monday, June the 3rd, which is a change. Normally, we don't see new content come out unless it's on a Tuesday, so Monday is really mixing it up. Dead by Daylight actually gave us this handy-dandy world map so that we can figure out, according to our time zone, what time it's going to be coming out for us. It's coming out at 11 a.m. in Montreal, 8 a.m. in Seattle, 11 p.m. in Beijing, etc., etc. So you can line up where you are on the world map to figure out what it is for you. That's coming out 11 a.m. for me because I'm also on the East Coast, and I'll be giving out copies of this DLC to people who are in my my Twitch channel. Many of you have won DLC chapter codes from me before. You just have to be in attendance and partake in the giveaway, and then after each game I play, I'll draw a winner, and we'll give the codes out one at a time for the full chapter. Oh, and there won't be any pre DLC drop live broadcast this time. There's no live stream, so I'll see you at 11 a.m. when the new content comes out, and we'll hit the ground running. But today we're going to go ahead and read through the lore of Vecna. I was wondering where this lore was in the PTB, but then after the PTB closed, somebody clued me in that all of the character information is now stored in the store, which is kind of weird for me to read the descriptions over there, but I completely missed it. So we're going to go ahead and read it now here. The Whispered One, the Lord of the Rotted Tower, the Master of Secrets. He goes by many names. Learn how the vile Vecna found himself in the fog. So we're going to go over here to the official Dead by Daylight website and read through Vecna's lore. Here we go. The Whispered One, Lord of the Rotted Tower, the Master of Secrets. Few dare speak his true name for fear that he may hear, or worse. Even as a young wizard, Vecna's command of magic was matched by none. While others spent decades committing to and perfecting one school of magic, he effortlessly mastered each one of them. After his mother's execution for witchcraft, his focus became obsession as he poured the most of his study into the darkest school of magic, necromancy, the magic of life and death. As his power grew, so did his ambition. Over the centuries, he shed his mortal shell and ascended to lichdom. His power gave rise to a great empire ruled over from his rotted tower. His thirst for dark knowledge to fill his book of vile darkness led him to many realms and planes. But it was in his own realm one of his servants found something, a spell perhaps torn from an ancient tome, written in a language he had never seen. From it he could sense an incredible dark energy. Without any document of the language, he had to spend months painstakingly analyzing its syntax, its phonetics, its form. He documented every stroke of every letter, scrutinizing and theorizing on their meanings in a massive book hidden in his chambers. While his lieutenants came to him with problems in their domain, Vecna told them to deal with it themselves. He had more important matters to attend to. Countless nights were spent memorizing the strange script, attempting to make it make sense. Only occasionally would he leave his keep to investigate rumors of people who had disappeared without a trace in the night. At these scenes, he could sense the same foreign magic that emanated from the torn page. He was convinced that whatever was killing these people had also written this strange script. He was confounded, which made him furious. The scenes, few and far between, had no pattern, no common motive, no sign of struggle, no body, and only a lingering hum of dark energy. To what end did they need these bodies? One dark night he had a breakthrough. A word he had been interpreting as dying made more sense as disappearing. Perhaps these people were not being killed at all. Perhaps they were being taken alive. He applied this substitution through his notes, and everything seemed to fall into place. He copied what he had learned to a fresh piece of parchment written phonetically. He began to speak the words aloud, and the room darkened. It filled with a creeping black fog. He felt himself displacing, going somewhere else. Vecna resisted, incanting memorized spells, holding the fog at bay. But as he gazed into the darkness, he felt that alluring energy from it, a despair, an evil he could scarcely imagine. A sick curiosity overcoming him, he dropped his concentration and let the fog take him. Whatever it was, wherever it was, he understood that the only way to harness it was to submit to it. He knew in his cold, unbeating heart that its dark secrets would one day be his. All right, so Vecna yielded and allowed himself to be taken by the entity. And this also lines up with what Matthew Cote told Slasher Radio in their interview, that Vecna has this mark of negation on the back of his neck, a stamp from the entity, which allows the entity to control Vecna and put like a governor on the amount of abilities that he has. So compared to, you know, what Dungeons and Dragons fans would imagine, all of the things that Vecna is capable of. This allows the entity to put Vecna in check to keep the game balanced so that he can continue to feed on hope. Because if Vecna was too powerful, then there would be no hope. It would just only be despair, right? So yeah, so there's your lore for Vecna. We'll do the Bard's lore here shortly after this. And we'll see you on Monday when that chapter comes out. But that's all I have to show you here today. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time that you spend here with me on my channel. Let me know what you think about this chapter. Are you excited about it? And love to hear what you think in the comments. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.